Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. This is episode 30 of the Canadian Geekcast. We're definitely kind of going back to when we first started, because there's no live show on this one. I think we did what? How many live shows did we do?
3, 4?
Yeah, sounds right.
We didn't even make it to 5 live shows before we had problems. So yeah. We couldn't get XSplit to work, or we couldn't get the video capture to work. Steph is away right now, so I was going to be hosting, and just it didn't work out. So
she's never allowed to leave again.
Yeah, exactly.
Never.
Yeah. So I'm your host for this episode, Matt, and joining me is Steve.
Hello.
And we've got Dennis.
Hello.
And as we mentioned earlier, Steph is away. I think she's what? She's at TwitchCon right now?
Yeah.
Yes, the annual TwitchyCon.
Yes. She's fighting off hordes of sweaty nerds.
Yeah,
well, she was sending us pictures from the Fortnite booth.
Yeah, she's fighting off with Nerf guns.
Yeah, they're Nerf guns. It's pretty impressive.
It looks pretty cool.
I really hope she posts, if she hasn't already, I hope that she posts these pictures on Twitter, because it's pretty impressive. It's very impressive. So, and Josh is away as well. He's getting ready he had a Halloween party last night.
So he's fighting off a different kind of ailment.
Yeah,
I think he's nursing a hangover or something.
The Budweiser flu.
Yeah, exactly. So if you are just joining us, if this is the first time you've ever listened to this podcast, we are usually a group of 5 Canadians that gets together every week to talk about anything geeky relating video games and film and TV and kind of whatever catches our fancy. You can listen to us pretty much wherever you can get podcasts. We also would normally release this on YouTube as well, so you can actually watch the tomfoolery, but
you can only hear it this week.
Yeah, you can only hear it this time. So, if you ever want to get in touch with us, you can tweet at us, which is at our group Twitter, which is at Canadian Geek CST. We've also got our group email, which is at CanadianGeekCST@gmail.com. So if you've got any comments, questions, shoot us a message, and we may even read it on the next show. All right, so we're going to before we dive into our news topics, we're just going to do kind of our default question of the week, which is, what have you been watching or playing in the past week? Steve, why don't we start with you?
Oh boy, I've been watching, not really watching a lot, but playing a lot. It wasn't on last week's episode, so I think there's a big gap there. But I've been playing Starlink on the Switch. That's been really fun. I know, Matt, you were excited about that game as well.
I am, yeah. I haven't picked it up yet, but I will eventually.
It's a pretty solid new IP from Ubisoft. It's got, the obvious Ubisoft collectathon side stuff in it, but it feels good. The controls, there is a bit of a learning curve, but within an hour or 2 hours, you're pretty comfortable with it. Star Fox is just great, or Fox, and then everyone else involved. Otherwise, been playing more Call of Duty. The Blackout mode is really good. I really enjoy it. I know I talked about it a little bit 2 episodes ago, and I had only put in a couple hours, but now I've put in a significant amount of time into it. I know me and Josh jumped into a couple games as well. We love it. It's a tight battle royale, but just Call of Duty, right? And what else have I played? I, amongst probably millions at this point, have been getting into Red Dead Redemption 2. At this point, I've probably only put in about 3 hours. It starts out really slow.
Does it?
Yeah. The way I kind of thought about it was that it kind of felt like a Tarantino flick.
Okay.
I don't know, have either of you guys seen The Hateful Eight?
Nope.
No, it's one I want to watch though.
Yeah, it starts out pretty much the same as the film. You're in this cowboy setting, and you're going through a big snowstorm, and they take you through a tutorial section of the map, and it takes about 2 hours to get through. And there's a lot of dialogue, exposition, all this. it's really slow, but as soon as you get out of that area, the world opens up, and then you start getting all the missions, and they're like, okay, well, you can go across the map, you can do whatever you want at this point. So now I'm really starting to enjoy the game for the full experience that it is. So I'm excited to get back to it this after EGLX today.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I heard about how the game started because I saw a lot of screenshots of people making shapes of their steps in snow. I'm not gonna say what those shapes are, but
I think everybody knows what those shapes are.
Yeah. So that's one of the really impressive things that I saw in the beginning hours of the game is that you'll walk through the snow, and that's baseline. That's not new or exciting. You can walk through snow anywhere, and you'll see footprints, but they'll eventually disappear. In Red Dead, you can go through, and one quest in particular, you're hunting some deer, and you go through, you see your entire tracks and everything, and at one point I had to do a U-turn and kind of just follow the path of this deer, and since the beginning of the mission, I could retrace my entire track, and it was a significant distance as well. So I don't know, it's just those little touches in a game that I'm like, it's pretty cool.
The one thing I noticed about the snow is that it actually looked like it was real snow. It looked like it actually had weight to it and everything. It reminded me of the snow from the movie Frozen, where the studio spent significant amount of time and resources to make real snow. Even their tech demos were showing how snow interacts and reacts and everything. And that's exactly what it looks like. It looked like the snow was actually real. Yeah. As a Canadian, we could definitely pick out real snow versus fake snow.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
At the end of that mission, again, this is just small little details that I geek out about. You put the deer on the back of your horse, and then you ride back to camp. Over the course of that little trek, the snow starts falling on top of the deer carcass and actually sticks to it. So by the time you get to your camp, there's a significant amount of snow just built up on it. And same with your shoulders and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's those little touches that I'm like, wow. I see why you guys took that long to make this game.
Yeah, because I think the development time on this game was, almost 8 years?
Yep.
7 or 8 years, yeah.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Very nuts.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis?
What I've been playing, I've been just playing Assassin's Creed, so nothing odd to see about that.
When did you write that one?
I wrote it 2 weeks ago, and I just keep forgetting to mention it, but no, finally I mentioned it. Other than that, I've been playing the Spider-Man DLC dropped on Tuesday, and I played through that. I think I started around 3 and finished it around 9 because I was cooking in between, so I was taking breaks. So, and the DLC, it's not a full story. It feels like the first issue of a new series in a comic book in a way.
Okay.
It leaves on a cliffhanger, but it really explores Black Cat in a very not a unique way. It was just it's a continuation of what we know about Black Cat, but it's a different Black Cat, a more traditional looking. Well, not traditional, but she doesn't look very like the one. She doesn't have any cleavage, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I see what you were going with. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's really great. There's stuff to do in from the main game. There's crimes, but there's only one set of crimes, and there's only there's 9 districts in New York, and only 5 of them have crimes, so it's easy to get through. And they also go through the original Black Cat, and I'm not gonna say what that story involves. It kind of involves collecting stuff that he left behind and trying to solve this crime for a police officer. Okay. But yeah, I think if I actually say what that story involves, it's kind of spoily. Sure. I really like it because it involves kind of a gang war. So since Fisk is gone. The crime families have risen up, and really the antagonist of all this is Hammerhead, so and his crime family, and it's like you don't see him throughout the DLC, but there's like a post credit scene of him after a very cliffhangery story beat. So I really like it. I'm excited to. I want to get into the next DLC, which is so they have had this one. They have one in November and December. Don't know if there's going to be a delay of that, but they've been doing pretty good because this DLC, like they literally just released this game in September and they already got story DLC like a month and a half later. So it's really good. I really love it. It's just like getting back into the swing of things, literally. So I really like it. Yeah.
Write that one 2 weeks ago too?
No, I just thought about it. Okay. As for watching, just like I'm getting through Daredevil. I think I just finished episode 6 last night, and that really hit me. And like, I'm a journalism student, and there's like something that has to deal with that. I was like, oh man, that's really harsh. I kind of hate it, but I get why they did it.
Right.
As well as I'm still watching like all the CW shows, like Flash and Arrow, which it's really starting at a good foot. I like where they're going with those shows, and Legends of Tomorrow is that is a crazy show sometimes.
That's I thought they canceled that.
No, it's season 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just give it time.
Sure.
Give it time.
No, it's just like it's a crazy episode because man, it's really hard to explain. They did something, and now all these mythical creatures are released throughout the timeline.
I'm sure they are.
And the first episode, there was a unicorn, and that unicorns are bad news, man.
Really?
Yeah, because this unicorn is eating people's hearts at this like rock festivals in the 70s. Like all these hippies there was like this massacre in the 70s, and it's just like, oh my god, it's just a crazy show sometimes. I love it sometimes. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm watching.
Solid. What about you?
I have been we're just watching Big Mouth.
Nice.
With Tab, and so yeah, we're watching it Friday night, and she was starting to fall asleep on the couch. And we're on like the last episode of season 1.
Okay.
And just the way it's ending, like I'm like, no, I want to keep watching, but she was falling asleep. And I was like, do you want? It's like we're on the last episode. Do you want to watch? And she just kind of like looks at me. I'm like, yeah, we're going to bed.
Oh no.
So we'll watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's off work tomorrow. So, but yeah, it's getting really good. Like I thought because we just finished the Bat Mitzvah episode.
Okay.
And I thought that was the season finale, because talking to one of the guys at work who's really into it as well, he was saying like the season finale is really good and the way it ends and everything. But no, I guess there's one more. So
okay, no, I just had to look up the episode list because there's one that centers primarily on Coach Steve. And that is probably it's in the second season.
Oh, okay.
That I just looked it up, but it's probably my favorite episode of the entire run of the series.
Yeah.
It's episode 4 of the second season. I can't wait for you to get to that point.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we've just been just kind of watching some of that. Really, because I only get to watch it sometimes 1 or 2 nights a week, depending on what she's working. So, yeah. And I bought Hocus Pocus, a Blu-ray copy of Hocus Pocus.
Nice.
And so we watched that. At my kids were like, no, I don't want to watch. I'm like, no, we're going to watch Hocus Pocus. And by the time it was done, they're like, yeah, let's watch it again.
Oh my god.
So
yeah, I rewatched that in the beginning of October, actually, to get into the Halloween spirit.
It is such a good movie. Plus, I've got my Simpsons Treehouse of Horror playlist on through MB.
Oh, very nice.
So pretty much I just can hit play and it goes through every single Treehouse of Horror. I think I put that playlist together last year, or maybe it was the year before, because come Wednesday, that's literally all that's going to be playing on my TV is just Treehouse of Horror. Because I think one year I tried watching something like Young Frankenstein, but with kids coming to the door and everything, you can't properly focus on it.
No.
Even though I've seen it a couple times, whereas at least with The Simpsons, I've seen it. Like I've been watching Simpsons pretty much since it aired.
Right.
So you know every episode.
You can jump out and
you can do a read along
exactly
in another room with it. So
and it's also that like they're all broken up into like 10-minute increments or less than that. It's like 5-6 minutes, so you can step out, come back, and like there's a fresh new like segment for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping. I'm actually like it's been a while since I've watched one of the more recent episodes, just because the series is definitely due to retire. I think there's only one season left or something. I read a rumor that the show's going to be coming to an end soon.
Really,
but I'm looking forward actually to the most recent Treehouse of Horror. There's actually going to be references to the Orville and stuff like that in there.
Oh, cool.
So if you ever watch the Orville, if you watch Star Trek Discovery, I think there's going to be some references and some like a story revolving around that. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing that one.
Yeah. Man, I haven't watched The Simpsons in years.
Yeah, I haven't watched it like in a very long time. Like, how long has it been going? Since '89, so like almost
89.
30 years. Yikes.
I was thinking about it like a couple weeks ago or like a month ago. I was like, there are more Simpsons episodes out there that I haven't watched than the ones like I grew up with at this point. And it's sad, man.
See, I haven't. So Simpsons first aired December 17th, 1989.
Yeah.
Because they opened up with what was it? It's like Simpsons roasting on an open fire, where Homer doesn't get. Yeah, see, this is where I'm going to go back to my
Santa's Little Helper.
Yeah, so Homer doesn't get his Christmas bonus. He doesn't want to tell Marge and the family that he doesn't get his Christmas bonus, so he ends up getting a job as a mall Santa.
Yep.
And Bart ends up finding out, and then when he finally turns in his Santa suit and everything, he ends up getting like $100 or something like that. Like it's a really tiny paycheck. So they go to the racetrack with Barney. Barney ends up scoring big and winning. Homer and Bart lose out, but then Santa's Little Helper, the Greyhound, ends up getting kicked out, and they take him home.
Yeah.
So that was the first episode. So
growing up, I had a book of like a shot by shot of like that entire episode. It was, I think I still have it at like my parents' house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I know my dad banned us from watching The Simpsons for the longest time. It's just like, we're not allowed to watch The Simpsons. Oh, but we could watch, Saving Private Ryan. We could watch Top Gun all we wanted, but can't watch The Simpsons. Yeah, and so we'd still watch it. Like we just pretty much we knew what time he would get home from work. We knew what time Simpsons would air and then when it would be done.
Yeah,
and because you don't always have to watch the closing, the credits. So pretty much once the first part of the credits start, we'd change the channel and then he'd come home. Yeah, we'd always get away. We'd always get around.
Had it down to a science. I like it.
Exactly.
Good.
Well, my one brother ended up saying, it's like, I forget why he said, but he was like, there's more, because I grew up in a Catholic household. So it was like, there's more positive religious messages in an episode of The Simpsons than there is in an episode of Touched by the Angel or something like that.
Sure.
So that was kind of our excuse to try and watch Simpsons. Whereas in my household, I've watched through pretty much most of the series with both my kids.
Yeah, I grew up on The Simpsons.
They're 3 and 6, so top-notch parenting coming from my house.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really grow up on Simpsons that much. I think I watched more South Park, to be honest.
I watched a lot of South Park as well.
Yeah, a lot of South Park that I really shouldn't have watched.
No.
No, definitely twisted you into the sick, depraved individual you are today, Dennis.
Hey, I grew up pretty well.
Yeah, so that's kind of, I haven't really played too much. Still been playing a little bit of Pizza Titan Ultra on my Switch.
Yeah.
But I've mostly been working on some audio projects, and by the time I'm done at the end of the day, I'm just bagged.
Sure.
So I just kind of veg. And Superstore just started, like 3 episodes into Superstore. If you watch that show.
I watched that. I'm actually watched the recent episode, so it's a good show.
It is such a good show. So
I've
been watching.
Yeah, just wait for like one of the season finales where it just like it. I can't believe this happened. It's like a. I'm not gonna spoil that.
Well, I'm all up to date.
Oh, you are okay.
Superstore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know.
Okay. I thought you just.
I think I may not have seen episode 3 of the most recent season, but that's about it. So
Yeah, I think I just recently watched the Halloween episode, so
that was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Halloween. Yeah. Well, I think with our intro out of the way, let's dive into the rest of the episode.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
All right, so our first topic is another quick news topic. We've only got 3. Let's see how many times I can say topic in this one. So we've only got 3 topics for this topic. Our first topic is Sony pretty much, and I'm totally going editorialized clickbait title for this topic. Sony can't seem to figure out how to do name changes, and they break everything. So it's recently come out that if you do obviously if you weren't aware, you're going to be able to change your PSN name, which is the most amazing thing to happen to gaming in the history of anything, according to countless Sony fans. But as a result, it's going to break a bunch of stuff as well. So some of the things that it's going to break. So like not all online games or applications are going to even support the name change to begin with, which is very strange.
It's not very strange because
it is very strange.
It's not very strange because they've had this in the system since the PS3, and it's just like I have always imagined that this was going to happen, and now it's just like it's verifying that all my fears came true. So I'm not really like I don't really want to change my PSN name.
Well, you don't have to change your
No,
PSN.
it's just for the because like I have like 3 PSNs, so I had one when I first made a PSN,
Right.
when I had my PS3 like a long time ago, and then
okay.
and then when I got my my second PS3, I forgot that PSN, so I had to make a new one.
Yeah.
And like the only like my PSN is like Hunter Slasher 27, and my first one was Hunter Slasher 13. I just want the 2 last numbers, but
Right.
if it's gonna break everything, I don't think it's warranted. Unless they try and work on this to make it a little better. Not even better. Like if given some time, where we're at a point with the 9th generation that it's just like it's not that big of a deal anymore. Maybe I'll change it, but for now, if I'm gonna lose like save data or even purchases,
That's a big one.
That is the big one.
Well, this one I think will hurt you a lot. Trophy progress.
That's also gonna hurt me more. So like,
yeah.
Unless it has to deal with games that I'm pretty fine with I'm fine with losing, because there's a lot of games like I only like got 1 trophy and I wish I could just delete it, but can't do that.
See, on the Xbox you can hide those.
You can hide them, but they're not gone forever.
No, but at least you can take them out of your view.
Yeah, I would. There's many I would just get rid of.
Oh yeah, I've got a ton as well. That especially like even Windows games. It's like Mahjong has achievements.
Oh my god!
Why?
Yeah.
Why am I getting achievements in solitaire? I completed a game.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. But
back to the topic at hand. They said that they're going to release like a list of games that are going to be unaffected by these. I'd be interested to see what they are, because they said everything moving from, I think it was April of this year forward, there won't be any effects. So I don't know, Dennis. Depending on how often you decide to go and play old games, may not affect you.
It's not necessarily playing old games. It's he'd lose all of his stuff from those old games if he changed the name, from the sounds of it. In the thing here, it says you may lose access to content, virtual currency, game progress, save games, leaderboard data, and trophy progress. So I think the last 2 are probably fairly important, especially if you've already completed the game or something. Yeah, like right now it's only available for specific members, like through that are in beta. So
it will be
in the UK too. Yeah, so we should hopefully be hearing something that's kind of what's happening. But then April, so early 2019 is when everybody gets it. Program lasts until the end of November, so we've got still another month to go. All games published after April 1st will be compatible with the name change, but pretty much anything before April 1st won't. But if there is issues, you can revert back to your previous name. There's no additional charge. However, Sony's saying that may not resolve all the problems, though. So you could still be kind of SOL even after that happens. So, but this we'll see.
Yeah, it's just like all what ifs, because like this hasn't gone live yet, so don't know if what the impact will actually be, if all this is true or not.
Yep. Well, let's move on to our next topic, or our next quick news topic. Netflix is back at it again. So American Vandal is canceled. Looks like they're will not be returning for a third season, actually. Looks like a couple other studios might have shown some interest in it, though. CBS, I think, has had multiple calls to try and revive the series for a third season, or save it, I should say. Do you guys watch the show?
I do.
I don't. I know some. Yeah, some of us do watch it.
I thought it was really good. I mean, I know that overall, a lot of people were saying that season 2 had a bit of a loss of quality, kind of lost its magic, but I still think it was a quality show. So I hope that the people who were involved in it and created it have a chance to continue with the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens if there's any studios that decide to pick it up. I mean, didn't CBS save Brooklyn Nine-Nine as well just recently?
Yeah.
Wasn't it CBS? So,
or NBC.
Or maybe it was NBC.
Yeah, it was
one
NBC.
of them. So, maybe we'll see one of them kind of, because it's usually Netflix is the company that kind of swoops in to sometimes save some of these shows. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And I guess a company like Netflix is better able to see what the viewer, like how many people are watching the show, how often they, how long they watch episodes for, how far into the season. So that's,
absolutely.
They're really able to do that.
Yeah, but they're usually like the one who keeps that kind of secret.
Oh,
because,
absolutely.
Like, we really don't know what the viewership of any of these canceled shows that have been like.
Mm-hmm.
So
I also saw something that brought up the point that all of these shows that they're canceling aren't produced by Netflix at all.
Oh.
So it looks like they're going
true.
through the chopping block and saying, well, if this isn't 100% Netflix, we're not really at a loss for canceling it.
So it's just like an original content kind of sweep. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Interesting. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Me neither.
So our third quick news topic kind of shows the pettiness of gamers. With Red Dead Redemption 2 hitting console and PC just the other day on Metacritic,
not PC
users. Yeah, so it's hitting consoles. There's nothing for PC. I'm going to say yet, because I'm pretty sure this game is going to be coming to PC eventually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as well, because it took a while for GTA 5 to come to PC after the console launch. Yeah, I mean on the previous generation.
Yeah. So on Metacritic, while the critic score is actually quite high, the PS4 version scored a 97, with the Xbox One scoring a 98. If you get a chance, definitely check out the comparison videos. There's a couple of them. I think Digital Foundry and IGN have done them.
Yeah.
And the difference actually between all four versions of the console, so the Xbox One S, the One X, the PS4 and Pro, the difference is quite staggering. Even the difference between the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. Like the Xbox One X is like the best. Like it just looks unbelievable. And it really does show off the power of the system.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think it ranks up there
really
with
does.
Forza Horizon 4 in terms of how beautiful the game looks.
I'd be willing to put money down that this game looks even better than Forza.
But really, yeah.
Like I was playing it on the One X, and I was like, this is top tier like visuals in a video game. Like I haven't seen anything like this.
Well, it's just, I mean, just what you were saying at the beginning of the episode as well. It definitely really shows. So gamers are salty. PC gamers are salty over this, and so they've taken to Metacritic to voice their displeasure by giving both the PS4 and the Xbox One X versions 0 rated scores because it's not coming to their platform of choice, which is absolutely ridiculous. Some of them are just like, well, it's just GTA 5 with horses. All right, fair enough. Then there was a couple reviews that I saw where people were saying, oh, it's got horrible frame rate. It's slow. It lags. I'm like, there's something wrong with your console then, man. Because everybody else is saying this game runs really nicely. So I guess it's one big downside to platforms like this is that it gives people like and I mean, I've seen it on Amazon as well, where it gives them a way to avoid, and it kind of affects it. I don't know. It's weird because it affects the score when it shouldn't, because it's not,
Because you can kind of go through and tell who's played this and who hasn't. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Like they're just going on here. They have a free space just to put in whatever they want, and talk out of their ass kind of thing.
Exactly.
But at the same point, like, do people actually go on Metacritic and like, I wonder what the user score of this movie or video game or really anything is? No one does. They go for the critic reviews. That's because they're unbiased usually. But yeah, just looking at like the Xbox user reviews, there's 426 positive reviews to a negative 231.
Yeah, and 18 are mixed.
And 18 are mixed, which, you know what, I'll give that number to the benefit of the doubt. 18 mixed, I can believe that one.
Yeah. I guess bad open world, bad loot system, bad game, drops under 28 frames. Like,
now your Xbox is just broken if that's the case.
Okay, maybe because you're playing on like a launch Xbox One. Because even the One S, I don't think has too many issues with it. Like, this game is just a mod of GTA 5. Okay,
sure.
No. So it's, I don't know. I think ever since, like with platforms like Reddit and Twitter and, Metacritic and everything, the vocal minority it gives them an even bigger vocal platform. So usually, I'm kind of like you. I look more at the critic reviews as opposed to user reviews, for stuff, like this. Because somebody that's reviewing a game professionally is going to be a little bit better at being unbiased,
right,
towards it than than a user. So, but I think Metacritic also needs to kind of step up and clean up some of this stuff, because or have some sort of review system. I know IMDb does, Amazon I think does, Best Buy does, Walmart, where somebody actually will review your review, make sure that it's legitimate and is actually about the product at hand and not just ranting.
Exactly, because like I'm reading one here and all it says, this is word for word, Rockstar is trolling PC gamers, at least announce the PC version. I'm not going to play at 30 FPS. This has nothing to do with like the quality of the game on the Xbox One. This is just you airing your grievances, and someone needs to go in there and just filter that out, because it's not valid. Yeah.
Well, so I also heard, I'd also been reading that Amazon, anybody that pre-ordered the game on Amazon and got the 30% discount, all of a sudden,
I saw that.
So all of a sudden their shipping date and like the date they would receive it is sometime off in the future.
Yep. It could be 3 weeks, could be a month. There's no ETA.
Yep. And
I kind of saw a bit of that like this morning, because someone, Steve and I know, was tweeting about that, and it's just like it's sad that he's not getting his game right now. But
somebody else had commented that I saw. I think I saw it on Reddit, and somebody had commented in line that they had pre-ordered the game like a few days before, and they already had it in their hands. So it's pretty much anybody that got the 30% discount when they pre-ordered, their delivery pretty much got pushed away.
Yeah.
And then Amazon ended up shutting off comments and reviews on the Red Dead Redemption.
Shocker.
And I mean, on one hand, it's kind of good because then you get it. Because if they didn't, you'd get a case like what happened with Metacritic. People are going to be upset over Amazon.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the game. But on the other hand, people kind of need to know that this is happening. But that's where sites like Twitter and Reddit and stuff come in. So I'd say that kind of does it for quick news.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our next topic.
Hello. That's a different look for you, isn't it?
Are you the keymaster?
Not that I know of.
All right, so for our second topic, we got a little bit more gaming news related. I'm going to pass the first one over to Steve.
Yeah, so gotten a little bit of a rumor here. This hasn't been confirmed or anything, but it appears that Microsoft has plans to expand the Game Pass subscription to PC. This would be in line with bringing over the Xbox Play Anywhere and all that. They're kind of cross-play, cross-promotion endeavors. What do you guys kind of think about that?
I think this is pretty awesome.
Yeah?
If I had a gaming graphics card in my computer,
Sure.
it'd be more awesome.
Yeah.
But no, I think this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like the natural next step for Xbox anyway, because there's a lot of like Xbox games on the Microsoft Store I want to play, but I don't necessarily want to put the money down for a platform that I'm not really that
Sure.
invested in. But there are some games I'm like, ooh, if I could just subscribe for a month and just play that game with not much extra cost to me,
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
Yep, for sure. No, I think this is a really good thing.
Yeah, I'm interested to see them expand this, get more of a portfolio on their PC side, especially once they start looking forward to like Project xCloud, just getting their games on more and more platforms. Weird as it is, like getting them off the Xbox brand, but still focused on it being Xbox, you know. I'm excited. I don't think I'll really use it per se because I don't really go on my PC to play games. I would rather play it on my Xbox on my couch. But having the option, like, for someone like Dennis, it's $10 a month. Just jump in, grab it for 1 month, and play the new Forza or whatever, tickles your fancy.
Yeah. Also, it's just like an option for those people who don't want to put down the money for an Xbox, but if these games are like on PC, that's just like an extra way to get it. And like I don't know where the Surface is going. It could totally be like an app. Like, I'm not saying that it could be an app on PlayStation, but that's an idea of how to like get these games in more hands in a way.
Well, that has been kind of talked about, is that it is an app that's going to be coming to multiple platforms, including other consoles.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, that's I think that's cool. It's definitely in line with their whole unified platform thing, which they were really starting with Windows 10, because in the PC and the mobile and everything would all use the same app, so you could release on one and it would work on others. And then Xbox fell into that because it's running a Windows 10 backend as well. So, a lot of stuff that you get from the App Store will work on pretty much all your Windows platforms. So I kind of like this. It's and the unified platform thing is nice, and I think this is definitely definitely part of that.
Not much more to say about it. It's still a rumor, but
I mean, there's only like one thing I could add. Like it's coming like just to Microsoft Store for now, but it'd be interesting if it came to like Steam as well, because that's a PC platform that I like using because it's very good in my use, and I don't really like the Microsoft Store's like overlay. So that would be cool, but if it's just coming to Microsoft Store, I'm fine with it. That's it. It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
If it happens, that's a totally different story, because there's no confirmation on this yet.
Aim for the flat top!
So, TwitchCon is going on right now. Like Steph is right there, and Twitch has announced that group streaming is coming to their platform. So it's a way to you have all your squad in one stream on their respective channels, and it's a way of like combining their audience together as well. So it's kind of a cool thing. Like if you're all streaming together, it's just like a way to like combine audience and just like have like so the audience don't have to like have to watch like on 4 different screens. They just have it on one stream if they want to watch the people that they like to game as well as like some other streamers who they don't know about but can watch how they play, what their personality is and whatnot. So yeah, I think this was like a feature that was really requested because like there's a lot of like stuff going on with Twitch lately with them being bought by Amazon. I think this was like the natural step for them. What do you guys think of this? Is this good?
I think it's really good, especially now because Fortnite's so big. You see a lot of like the big Fortnite players, they usually go in their squads, and that's one of the things you brought up was, as a fan, like if you're a fan of, like, let's just say Ninja, for instance, you're going to have to open up 4 different tabs to see who he's playing with, do that, because it's not an everyday occurrence that someone has like the multi-stream going on where you have like the selection there where you can pop in between each one on one tab. You'd have to open up every streamer's tab. So this is really cool, and it involves people getting exposed to new streamers and their audiences. I think it's really neat.
The other thing that was announced was Twitch Sing. So this is a partnership with a rock band creator Harmonix, where broadcasters can play to perform karaoke through the fake versions songs that Twitch lacks the major music license. So it's a little copy of this popular song, but isn't that song because of legal reasons. Sure. So there's a beta for this that starts later this year, and it's a thing that was announced at Twitch. It's something I wouldn't predict is what I was gonna say. So yeah.
I wonder if we'll get any videos of Steph trying this out at TwitchCon.
We'll have to see. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a little out of left field there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, karaoke is still pretty popular. People like it.
For sure.
Now you can do your karaoke in the privacy of your home.
In front of
other people.
In front of a whole bunch of people.
And in front of millions of people instead of in front of, dozens of people.
Dozens of drunk people, exactly.
Yeah, now you can be drunk in front of millions.
Yeah.
It's even better.
And one last thing that was announced has to deal. Twitch broadcasters can now use a Snapchat's app or for the stream, and it was announced that Twitch was kind of like it wasn't as odd as the karaoke thing, but it's very unique that they announced this. So there's a lot of like technical things that were like announced at this. I won't get into it, but these were like the 3 major things that I saw.
So wait, can they use the filters during their stream? Is that what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that I saw something about that.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't know what to think about all this because like I'm not like a streamer per se, but it's cool that they're evolving their platform each year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It kind of like makes me where this like the streaming will go as far as games go. What's YouTube's response to like YouTube Gaming's response to this? What's streaming going to look like in the next 5 years? Is Twitch still going to be the mainstay or not?
Well, I think Mixer's still got quite a bit.
Mixer. Yeah,
like Mixer's got I think because Twitch has still got a pretty good foothold in online streaming, but Mixer is picking up steam. And a couple of these things feel like they were pulled out of Mixer. Like the groups, the group streaming, and even the interaction, the viewer interaction with the karaoke. it feels like a modified version of what you can do with Mixer, because some games actually have user interaction.
Right.
You can even actually share game control with somebody watching.
Yeah.
And there's another game actually on Mixer where you can actually cause things to happen in game for the person playing.
Yeah, you can affect like weapon
what,
drops and stuff like that for
monsters and enemies, things like that. Yeah, so it kind of this is kind of interesting to see now that Twitch is getting this kind of stuff. Are they going to continue?
Well, it's, those platforms are such a mystery, because like when YouTube gaming came out, I thought Twitch was dead, like day one, like dead on arrival, like there was no coming back. And I thought Mixer was strange coming out so late in the game, but here we are, where Mixer is doing way better than YouTube gaming is, and Mixer is innovating in ways that Twitch wasn't going to, and now kind of like you said, force Twitch to make these innovations. It's unpredictable. Yeah,
I think the next big thing that Twitch may have to do, but I mean we'll see, because swatting is a thing, is Mixer's got like almost zero latency. Between the gameplay and the the viewer interaction, where like when I've streamed on Twitch ages ago, I'd be doing something, I'd be playing something, and then somebody would comment on it.
Yeah.
And at first it was weird, but then I realized, oh, they're 5 seconds behind me.
Right.
They're behind me. Whereas on Mixer, it's like less than a second or something like that. Like it's near real time. I think that could probably be something that Twitch may look at doing. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like we kind of noticed that, like the last stream we did, like Mixer was like very steady, and then our Twitch was like bugging out a little.
Could also be Steph's setup.
Well, so it could be as well, but
because we were, I think anytime when we stream live, that really puts a lot of stress on her machine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think we definitely have to figure that out for next episode, or try. I got to work on this on the setup, because like I think I lost my load presentation for the XSplit. So
yeah, I think that's kind of about all we can really talk about those topics as well. So why don't we move on to our last topic of the show? It's Dennis's game releases of the week.
Yeah, these are the game releases coming out after what came out last week was Red Dead Redemption. So this is going to answer the question, who releases after Red Dead? And these are the games coming out between October 29th and November 2nd. So let's jump in.
Are you the Keymaster?
Yes. I'm a friend of his. He told me to meet him here.
Starting on October 29th, one game is coming out. Skyscrapers is coming to Nintendo Switch. On to October 30th, Save Me, Mr. Taco. Tasukete Taco-san is coming to PC and Nintendo Switch, which that title is weird. because it says the English title, and then Tasukete Taco-san, it literally means the same thing. So just something, the Japanese like language in me is like, you could have just said it.
Well, it's
once,
like what is it? It's like grizzly bear. There's a bear name where it's like one is Latin for bear or something like that. It's just like it's a bear.
Yeah.
It's like moon.
Yeah. Coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch is Cyvariar Delta. Coming to Xbox One and Nintendo Switch is Lego Harry Potter Collection. So that includes all.
Something I want to mention about this one, and I just saw it this morning, and it has to do with the Switch tax that everybody knows about. So I think it was US pricing, but the Harry Potter Collection on PS4 was $20.
Yeah.
The Switch version was $50 for the exact same game, released at the exact same time. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Xbox One version was like $20 as well. So it's like, why? There's no reason why.
No.
It's stupid Switch tax.
Anyways, coming to PC is Neon Town. After that, Cronus Arc is coming to PS4 and PS Vita. Coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One is Call of Cthulhu. I'm just
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. And Infinite Adventure. Coming to PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch is Mutant Football League Dynasty Edition and Steven Universe Save the Light / OKKO Let's Play Heroes. 2 games in 1.
It's too long of a name.
Yeah, it's a bundle, so. Coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch is My Riding Stables Life with
Do we
Horses.
really need to put that one in here?
Apparently we do.
Hey, you want it? I'm giving you all the game releases I can possibly put on here.
I appreciate it.
I think this is gonna. I think that one's
do
gonna
you?
move Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
You know, as like the game of the year, especially the horse riding.
Exactly.
But you know what? I doubt though it's got the horse testicle physics that Red Dead Redemption 2.
I doubt it as well.
Unfortunately, so I think that's one big thing that it doesn't is going to actually hurt that game big time.
But I think it does have the saloon fights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a redeeming.
Now Switch owners don't have to feel left out. Just go buy My Riding Stables Life with Horses.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Made by Rockstar.
Hey, they did make a table tennis game.
That's true.
You know.
Coming to PS4 only is Paper Dolls Redeemer Enhanced Edition, Dream Daddy Director's Cut, and Kingdom Hearts: The Story So Far, which is like it's a compilation of the compilations
Right.
that have already been.
But
out.
it's everything, right?
It's everything
with the
basically.
movies too, right?
It's just like the movies as well.
Like this is taking milking a series to a whole new level. Like this is unbelievable.
I can't wait.
Mind you,
I can't wait until this one gets added to another compilation with Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I mean, when you've got the Square Enix and Disney money behind it,
Yeah.
pretty much it's like develop for, just keep going. I feel bad for I feel bad for those developers. Red Dead Redemption 2 had a pretty big development. It's like for Kingdom Hearts, it's like they never stop.
No, I never this is like not the first time they've done a compilation of compilation. They had 2 and they had 1.5 plus 2.5, and this is like all 3. Like I think there's like 6 games or maybe 7 games plus 2 movies.
And the storyline and everything is just that much more confusing. It's just like a rat's nest. It's just like you ever pull like headphones out of a drawer and it's just like a tangled mess. Yeah, that's it. I think that's the timeline for Kingdom Hearts.
Or worse, it's like a thing of steel wool, like you get like one thread just sticking out and you try to untangle it. You're never gonna get it.
No.
Well, either way, I'm still excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. Coming to Nintendo Switch only is Risk Hasbro Game Nights Gal Metal World Tour Edition, Trivial Pursuit Live Sports Party, America's Greatest Game Shows, Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, and Yomawari, The Long Night Collection. Coming October 31st, Deathmark is coming to PS4, Nintendo Switch, and PS Vita. The One We Found is coming to PC and Xbox One. Super Pixel Racers is coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Super Valley Blast is coming to Xbox One. Coming to PC only is Phantom Halls, Orphans, and Apparition via Steam Early Access. And coming to Nintendo Switch only is Knock Knock, Nabala, and Hidden Folks. Coming November 1st, The Quiet Man is coming to PC and PS4. Coming to PS4 is Super Volley Blast, and coming to Nintendo Switch only is Transistor, Machinarium, and Kitty Love, A Way to Look for Love. And finally, on November 2nd, Football Manager 2019 is coming to PC. Revenge of the Bird King is coming to PS Vita. Coming to PS4 only is Shadow of Loot Box, Legend of Catalonia, The Land of Barcelona, Nekopara Volume 1, and Taiko no Tatsujin Drum Session. And finally, coming to Nintendo Switch is Diablo 3 Eternal Collection, Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun, and Swap This. And those are the video game releases.
So, long story short, really nothing comes out after Red Dead Redemption 2.
Nah, nothing really. No. Not until November 13th.
What's the
anyway.
13th?
Yeah.
Spyro.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. And
I'm
so
glad
is
you guys
Steph.
are excited.
But she won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys get red. We all like video games. We don't have to like all the same ones. Yeah. Even though I don't like, I'm not playing the horse ball game.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I'm not playing it either. You know what? Even after I bought the first Red Dead Redemption, after you guys were raving about it on one episode, I think I put it in my system once, and that was to install it.
Right.
And I haven't even looked at it since. I don't know. It's
not for
open
everyone.
world games. Breath of the Wild is really the only open world game that I've played that I actually thoroughly enjoy.
Well, you like Far Cry, right?
That was okay. I got bored with it.
Yeah.
I made it to what's that facility where you got to try and track down your son. Continued that storyline.
Oh, sure. I can't remember what it is.
It's like the only group of people that haven't actually...
The installation or something like that.
The installation, yeah, where they're actually still a functioning society.
Yeah.
You know, that's really... I pretty much got as far as that and then started getting all those side quests, and I was like... And then the mod that I was in came out, so I played that. I'm like, all right, I'm done with Fallout. So
I get it. It's not for everyone. I can... Especially, like I was saying, with the tutorial stages in Red Dead, I could see some people just noping the hell out of that game. It's slow, it's meticulous, but it's my kind of game. I like that sort of like slow-paced adventure. I get it.
One of the guys who mods the Xbox One sub with me was commenting on how slow and actually boring that is, and it's like why it's you kind of you want to keep your gamers, not drive them away at the beginning of the game. So, well, thank you, Dennis.
Yeah, thanks, Dennis.
We have the tools, we have the talent.
So before we end this episode, we want to give a quick shout out to one of I would have to say he's one of our longest listeners. I think he's been with us since the beginning. Ian Maddies, and I apologize if I completely butchered your last name. So Ian is participating in an event called Extra Life. So this is a video game marathon charity, which runs pretty much every year. And they raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. Ian is a member of the Extra Life Saskatchewan Guild, and so he's going to be raising funds for the Jim Pattison Children's Hospital Foundation, which is in, I believe it's in Saskatoon. So this year's gaming marathon will actually be held on November 17th, so in a couple of weeks, I believe, at least 3 weeks from now, sorry. And that's going to be at TCU Place in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So if you are in the area, you're going to want to swing by. We are giving Ian 3 game codes that he can use to actually raffle off or whatever he wants to do during the event. So if you are in the area, be sure to drop by, cheer on Ian and his group, and make a donation to the charity. If you cannot make it though, you can also donate by going to extra-life.org or Google Extra Life, and then do a search for iMenchi. So that's IMENCHI, and that will actually lead you to his profile, where you can actually make a donation there, which will then go towards his group and go towards Extra Life. So, good luck, Ian. We're definitely rooting for you and everything. So, and I hope you end up reaching your goal. I think your goal was $1,500 Canadian. So, and so good luck. All right, well, that about wraps it up for this episode. Guys, if people wanted to connect with you online, where could they do so? Steve?
You can find me on Twitter at @svigvari.
Nice. And Dennis?
You can find me on Twitter at HunterSlasher13.
And you can find me on Twitter at ReggieFizameme. You can also find us as a group on our website, which is CanadianGeekCST.wixsite.com/home, where you can find all of our bios as well as links to previous episodes and whatnot. And be sure to tune in next week, where hopefully we will be going live again. I think Steph will be back, so she seems to have the live streaming down pat for us. And yeah, next week we'll talk about even more things geeky. That'll be on the next Canadian Geekcast.
Woo!
There it is.
Yeah.